Well, hello.
Hey Ron, hoe
We
gaat het,
talked,
jongen?
uh, good, good.
Mooi.
Tired, exhausted, but good. Um, yeah, we were enjoying a birthday party extravaganza on the west coast of Florida while Tropical Storm Debbie decided to visit. So
Oh,
driving across the state in that storm, well, the temperature was nice, but it was wet and rainy and slippery and a mess, but that's okay.
uh,
Uh, so we we talked right before we started recording. We're going to talk about projects. You want to dive into Martine's man cave, and I'll talk a little about my projects, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of excitement comes
yeah.
out of that.
Oh, every possible excitement you can imagine, I'm sure. Well, yeah. Well, maybe for the listeners, I have a friend. He's called Martijn, and he's a fun guy. Yeah, he enjoys life. He's like a party hard, work hard person. So he works hard and he makes a lot of money. So he's able to uh, make himself like a man cave extraordinaire, so to speak. It's really
Right.
cool. It's going to be like a lounge corner. It's going to be a bar. It's going to be a big terrace. It's going to be a swimming pond, all natural. There's going to be a jacuzzi, a sauna, a rain shower for two persons in one, and stuff like that. Beautiful bathroom with
Didn't you
gold
tell me
gold tiles. Oh my God!
Didn't you tell me
Don't get me
that
started.
space
Yeah,
that space alone is bigger than your place?
it is. Yeah, not all floors included, but the footprint of my house
Yes.
is about
Yes.
the same size. I
Yeah.
think his man cave is even bigger than that. It's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
I
Yeah.
think it is. Yeah, you just so everyone knows, Tone and his beautiful bride, their place is 3 stories actually, and it's a significant footprint. There's
It's
there's a
nice. It's nice.
considerable amount of space. You look at it from the front, you
Yeah.
don't think there's as much going on. It's probably 3 times as deep, at least as it is wide, and then you multiply that times three. So
Yeah. The indoor space, the footprint is 42 square feet, square meters. I'm
meters,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. So how much would that be in feet? I don't know. Maybe you can figure it out.
Meters
Real fast.
just under a yard. So
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, not bad. And of course, I have my outdoor space. That's obviously a lot bigger. It's 10 by 11, so meters. So it's a really nice space, as you know. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, really nice. See, you can turn the camera around a little bit, show it.
Oh,
See,
you
that's
have a
pretty big.
beautiful space. How
I
how
do.
is the tea house coming along?
Well, as you can see, it's not much happening yet.
No, I see
Because,
that.
yeah, so it got on the back foot a little bit, so, but it's fine. And gonna continue on it after I've done some chores in Martijn's man cave.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we're gonna need photos of that because I can get if I get
yeah,
photos of that, maybe assemble photos of some of the different projects we've done because we really seem to focus on that. We we talk,
yeah.
I haven't counted, but the majority of our chats involve improving spaces, whether we're talking about a garden or something else, or improving
Yeah.
lives. That seems to be, which I think, I think is a perfect topic to talk about all day long. And I,
So, yes, it's the most important thing to create your own space where you feel
yes,
safe and comfortable and everything. We talked about it a lot of times already, but you can't stop talking about it because it's important. It's one of the most important things that you have. It's like whatever taste or ambitions you have in utilizing your own space, just make something special, at least for
Right.
you. It's really important, really. I couldn't imagine making anything less elaborate or
So wait, let's explore that
comforting.
though. Why do
Uh,
you find it important to do those things to your own space?
because at the end of the day, when you, of course, you have to work for a living, then you're outdoors most of the time. Some people are working from their house. And obviously, if that's the case, you have to make an indoor space with a computer or whatever you need to do your profession. But when you're off, you need to be able to relax with that, without necessarily having to leave the house. But that's the Dutch way, of course. In America, it's more common to go out for dinner, but in the Netherlands, it's more expensive, so you don't do that
Well,
as much
it
as you
is
do
it
in the States.
yeah, it's expensive here in the
Yeah,
States to go out for dinner as well, and I'm a fan
really.
of
Okay.
yeah, I'm a fan of staying home to fix meals because I know what's going into my food. I know it's
Mm,
fresh. I'm making it. I can be very specific about what I want. And
exactly. Of
there's there's a level of comfort
course.
and convenience that comes with that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's I think it's very important, especially if you're on a normal wages, a normal income, just make something nice for yourself so that you can be comfortable at all times.
Yeah.
You don't need to
Yes.
go out or need to go on holidays or anything like that. And then the other benefit is that you always feel like you're on holidays. So
If
that's why it's important
I
for me.
I love
Yeah.
that you said that because for me, not only should a home be a place where you can go plug in and recharge your batteries, but it has to be a place where you almost have a respite or an escape from the
Right.
world. You have a place you can go,
Right.
you can relax, you can have a drink if you want, or fix yourself a sandwich and you sit in a space that relaxes you and it soothes and it
Yeah.
calms you. Like your outdoor space
Right.
is perfectly suited for that. It's also
Oh,
perfectly suited for entertaining others. And I think
yeah.
all of that's really important. I
Yeah.
think it's also important to go places for holiday, to travel. I mean, I love to travel, so I think that's really important. But if your
Mm,
if your home is in disarray, if it doesn't bring you comfort and peace, if you don't find yourself relaxed,
right.
that influences and impacts every other part of your life. That's why your place needs to be a place where you can go relax, take a deep
Right.
breath, recharge your
Right.
batteries.
So and also, I don't know if you agree, but what's the value of traveling if you uh, if you don't have any place to come home to where you feel comfortable? There, you want to leave again. So
Exactly.
does it does that make any sense?
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And also a really nice example in that regard is that, as you know, I work at a holiday park, and you can rent bungalows over there, and they have a special offer for employees that
Hmm.
they can rent a house for practically nothing. There's only one rule: you can come with your own family, and that's it.
Right.
Well, the thing is, I don't have a family. I have my wife.
Yep.
I have no children, but I do have a lot of friends.
Right.
Ah, I'm sorry, but that's not allowed. And they go like, well, you can come with your wife. Come with your wife. And so what are you talking about coming to park with my wife? Doing what? Buying my own beer at the supermarket for shitloads of money and sit in an environment that I don't want to be in the first place. If I want to enjoy it, I enjoy it with my friends. And I can invite my
Yes.
friends over at my house. They don't have to sit in any crappy bungalow, with all due respect for my employer. You see, that's another reason. If you're at home comfortable, why do you have to go somewhere? You don't have to. You
Right.
can if you want to. There you go.
And and you know, this is something people don't think about, and I don't know how it is over there. I can imagine in some ways it's the same, but here people will go back, they will return to a specific location. For example, there was a Club Med in Florida in Port St. Lucie, and I went several times with family, also by myself, because
Yeah,
I'd made friends there and I
yeah,
wanted to see them and visit. And as a result of that, they would even, there were times they'd say, yeah, if you're coming, let me know the date and I'll put you in under my
yeah,
name. And then, like you said, I'd get to stay for next to nothing at an all
right,
inclusive resort. So
right,
many times people travel, they go to stay in resorts, they travel to different parts of the country or even different parts of the world because they know the people behind the counter, the people that are going to serve them meals, the people that are providing the tours. If they go on a cruise ship, it can be the same thing. And that's a
right,
thing they look for because the to me, the two aspects of traveling are connecting with people and connecting with a new environment.
right. But also, uh, please talk about your tiki bar. Talking
No, you're
about
gonna
home improvements.
you were
Talking
yeah,
about,
so that's a
my
good
God,
tie-in.
that's beautiful.
I Yeah, so every year I focus on building a
Yeah,
new project.
right.
Last year the entrance of the house became the Hogwarts platform from Harry Potter, and this year I built a fully enclosed standalone
Yeah.
tiki space. And
Uh,
I I got my inspiration from a combination of different locations, both commercial and home built. I've had the good fortune now to have been to several home built tiki spaces, and I can see what they do, how they create things. And every the thing that I discovered about a tiki bar probably is the same thing that applies to man caves and Volkswagen
right.
buses. Every single one is different.
Yeah, but it is a man cave that you built, but it's for the whole
Oh
family,
no,
of
this is
course.
not a man cave. It's not my
Okay,
space. It belongs to everyone, so it's not my space.
exactly. That's what I said. It's for the entire
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah. I mean,
it not
yeah, man cave is kind of a funny word, isn't it? Anyway, so
it
because a
is.
man cave, it almost implies that a woman can't have a good time, good time
Right.
in there. Of course they
Well,
can.
and the response
Yeah.
to that is women build she sheds. Guys have man caves,
She said, yeah.
women have she sheds, but I don't I don't believe in creating a space that's exclusive to anyone. I want every
No,
space. Well, yeah, like your house and your garden.
right. Right. Well, over here in the Netherlands, man cave does have a little bit of a different meaning because it's of course it's a term that came blown over from over the big ponds,
Yeah, of
a man
course.
cave. But over here, a man cave is not necessarily a man cave as for being with men. It's like a beautiful space that you created for everybody to enjoy. You can have a party over there, not necessarily only with men. It's for everybody. I don't know if the meaning is any different than in the States. Is it? No.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I think it is.
It
And I
is?
I like I
Okay.
like I like that idea much better. Typically here in the States, a man cave is a thing that was built by the guy, typically the guy at the house,
Yeah.
maybe fortunate or has money. He hired someone to do it or some of his buddies helped him, but it's the guy's space. Maybe there's a cooler,
Right.
there's a wine fridge, maybe there's a
Yeah,
full-size
yeah.
fridge or a mini fridge with beers.
Right.
There's a giant flat screen TV. Maybe there's a pool table or a ping pong table, or maybe there's a card table to play poker. But it's
I don't think
typically
so. Yeah.
it's a
Right.
it's a
Yeah.
place it's a place that drips of testosterone, and I don't think many women would be interested in such a
Right.
space anyway, simply because
Right.
yeah,
Right.
there
Right.
it
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
most of those
Uh,
spaces lack
okay. I think
refinement.
I think I think we have to put up an enquête. What is that in the like what's the word in English? I don't know. Let's ask everybody who watches this.
Oh, a
Maybe we
survey
have
or a
to,
poll.
yeah, a survey, a poll, right? Maybe we have to rebaptize all the man caves into family hangouts or something like that. It would be
Yeah, well,
much better. Yeah,
you know, for me, the like my office space is called the Kungaloosh Room, and it's so called that because the Kungaloosh was the name of a drink. It is the name of a drink, but it was also, a cheer at the end of a song at the Adventurers Club. And Christopher and I were very fond of that place. We had annual memberships, and we lived in South Florida, but we'd still drive up once a week to go. So the
okay.
Kungaloosh Room became this place that embodied stories and experiences and travel. And with the Tiki space, that place is called Ned's Crash Landing, and it revolves
Yeah, yeah,
around
yeah,
Ned, the little shrunken head, who was an aviator that was found in some deep secreted Polynesian area, and it was believed that he was a very wise guy, so they wanted to preserve his spirit by shrinking his head. And there's some aviation themed elements there, but it's a space designed to entertain and relax people who visit.
yeah,
And I think there's nothing wrong with very specific male focused or oriented spaces, but I'm not
right.
interested in it. I don't need it and I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't think it's very inclusive, is it?
No.
It always gives it always gives me that vibe of like men typically talk about stuff that they don't talk about with women
Right.
around, and
Right.
I don't have that.
Right.
I don't I don't have that.
You
I
don't.
don't.
You don't.
I don't give a shit. I don't
And
care. I
and
just talk about anything I like, whether a woman is around or a man or both.
right.
That's fine.
To your point
And that's
also, Martine's space is not like that at all.
nice. Of course, it's his house, so obviously he decorates it the way he wants. But he also has lets his influences of his female friends in there as well.
I love
So
that.
yeah, kudos for him. He does, and Yvonne, and he also have they he values our judgment with interior decorating as well.
Yeah,
That's
we
really cool. And
well,
of course, so yeah, yeah,
we all, you, I, Yvonne Martine, all of us,
uh,
we want to incorporate within our spaces the physical embodiment of the people that are close to us, that are important to us, not
yeah,
just getting
yeah,
their perspectives, you know.
yeah,
It a
yeah,
great example about being able to take a step back and let other people lean in and influence is the garden that
yeah,
I'd created in Altamont Springs. And when you and Leon were there,
yeah.
I just wanted help with a couple of things, and we wound up redoing a third of the garden.
Yes, we did. Yeah,
But
talked
it
about it
turned out
before. Yeah,
so much better.
yeah, yeah. And also this whole man cave, family hangout. This man cave of Martijn's is also a culmination of all the craftsmanship that is hanging around each other, like us, like
Yes.
me, Vaughn, Michiel from Zoe, also, of course, Sander. He's a really, he's a great handyman. He's a very
Yes,
crafty
that's
person.
correct.
Oh my God, it makes I this sliding wall. Oh my God, he figured it out. On the other hand, he went on the internet. He educated himself. which
Yes.
is also very good source for everybody to get inspired and gain knowledge as well.
Oh, yeah. And
No,
I,
most, yeah,
I like picking people's brains all the time, and there are plenty of things in Ned's that I thought I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to make it myself, like the giant General Electric radio, which serves double duty as a liquor cabinet because I mounted it on a
yeah,
lazy
right,
Susan so that it does this, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, getting insight and feedback. My friend that my friend I was visiting over the weekend, I forgot that he used to work on and around aircraft. And I said, I think it would be really cool if I could light up the gauges, but I don't know how to run the wires. And he said, no,
right,
you take them off one at a time because they're mounted on on the front with screws. And then you cut the back off and you can put the light in anywhere you want because the gauges are never going to be used again. They're
no,
aircraft gauges that are never going to be used again in a plane in flight. And I thought, oh, what a great
right,
idea.
right, right. Yeah, just do it.
Yep,
It's just a matter of connecting the wires and you're done.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it is. Yeah. Sometimes you think too difficult and
I do. I
the
do.
yeah. Well, me too. Everybody does. But the solution is almost always around the corner or
And
very obvious. You go like, duh,
well, and
almost.
I tend to overcomplicate things when I'm not though. I may simplify something because I don't know any better. When I was working at a production company, uh the owner was creating this remote to trigger a fog machine, and I took a gel frame
Right,
holder from an old Parcan stage light and I mounted it to a piece of wood, and then I attached a screw to either end because the gel frames are naturally springy, so they always stay open like this. You apply pressure. So I mounted a screw to the top and bottom, and then I'd mounted it to a piece of wood, ran wires to the two screws, and then I put it underneath a carpet. And I showed the
right.
owner, I said, hey, John, check this out. And I went and stepped on the carpet, triggered the fog machine, and he looked at me and he goes, I've been spending hours, in fact, almost 3 days building this, this electrical remote. And it took you what, a half hour? And I'm like, maybe. It's like, yeah, but I don't
That's
know any
pretty
better. And
funny. Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
a technical whiz. I don't, if you
No,
put a resistor in front of me and a transformer
right.
or something else, I wouldn't know either one.
No, no. You know who
So
MacGyver was, right?
yeah, yeah,
It's a MacGyver thing. Sometimes you come up with shit
that's
that
right.
a craftsman goes like, what the fuck? Why
Super,
didn't I
yeah.
think of
There's nothing wrong with super
yeah,
simplifying. I agree. I
yeah.
agree.
Sometimes things are very obvious if you but there's in marketing they call it marketing blindness. So sometimes things are so obvious that you don't see them.
That's right.
And then somebody else who doesn't know shit about it, it goes like, "Hey, did you think about this?"
Well, when you're
No, I didn't.
when you're so close to it, right? Like I can't, well,
Yeah.
what am I looking at? Oh, I'm looking at hands. Okay.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Staring you right in the freaking face.
So, right. So
Yes, it is.
I already know because we've talked a little bit about this. I think maybe for the next episode we talk about the process of creating those spaces
Yeah.
because eventually I think what I'd like to do, and folks, you can chime in please in the comments. When we talk
Yeah.
about a certain thing, would you like to see photos of those things either in the opening or ending credits? If that's
Mm.
the case, I'm happy to make that happen because it
Yeah.
gives you a reference point. You go, oh yeah, they were talking about that, and this is what it looks like.
Right, right. Yeah.
So
He go,
let us
he had
know.
this he had this yeah, I have to say this. He had this amazing wall fixed by a plaster
Hmm.
guy who a
Yeah,
mason, no, not a mason. Plastering person. No
right.
idea how you call him. Anyway, and it's his special materials called concrete uh Serea. Uh, so hard to translate that. I don't know. Yeah, I think it probably derived from a French word or something like that. But anyway, it's you put it on with a knife,
Right.
a putty knife, kind
Yep.
of a big one,
A spatula
and
or
then you
trowel. Yeah.
right, exactly. And there's metallic parts in there. You have to sand it with really fine sandpaper to get the metallic parts on top of it, and then you wax it, and it looks like a freaking like a metal finish. Like you have an entire wall with a metallic plate on it. It's
Holy cow.
beautiful.
I love that.
I showed it. I showed
Yeah,
it to
you
you.
did. You did.
Remember?
And you
And that
activated
is
by sanding
beautiful.
it down.
Yeah, so beautiful. My God. I was going like, huh? But I and also said I can do that. I said to my client, I can do that. Are you kidding me? I said, yeah, now I do. Because
Yes.
I've seen what he does.
Now you know, right?
I know how to do it.
Yep.
I've been freaking sanding cars and putting Bondo on cars and
Oh,
sanding
that,
it for
yes.
10 years.
Same
I
thing.
know. I
It's the
know this
same
shit,
thing.
so I'm gonna do it, that's for sure. Because he wanted also to make a housing for for a TV, for a widescreen TV, like this kind of mantelpiece vibe
Yeah.
thing. And he has this big artificial fireplace. It's really tacky, but it's beautiful. It's like a little bit ordy. That was really nice. Just could have put it in there as well. But that also, I said, make that stuff on it. I'll do it for you. You would? I said, of course. Can you do it? Of course I can do it. So you're going to do that as well. It's going to be
Is
awesome, I'm
the
sure.
is the flat screen going to be concealed when it's not in use?
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, that's going to be with louvers or a door. We're not sure yet. So we're going to see it. We'll see. We'll see. That's fine.
The smartest conceal, I'd seen two different ones. One was a bookshelf that was like barn doors that slid in front of the TV. And then the
Right.
other one, the TV sunk behind um a fireplace. The best way,
Awesome.
but it sunk behind a fireplace, and when the top of the TV dropped below the level, there was a flap.
Yeah.
There was a flap, and the flap would just drop.
Yeah,
So
close it. Yeah,
so you didn't
I
even
know
know it was
this.
there until you hit the button for it to come up. But I think we're going to wrap here, folks, and we're going to immediately jump into the idea and thought process as well as the creation of these kind of spaces, because I really want to get into that because I'm really curious about
Yeah.
how your process of discovery works.
Yeah, but also, let's not forget what you did with your tiki bar.
Oh
It's
yeah,
crazy.
no, we have plenty of opportunity to talk about
Ridiculous.
both.
Oh my God.
Plenty,
Yeah,
plenty, plenty.
it's awesome. Yeah. And with my Japanese tea house thing, I, I still don't have a detailed view. I have 4 poles and 4 anchor points in the ground. That's it. And the
Right.
rest is still up for grabs.
All right.
I don't know.
You know what? We're
Okay.
going to talk about that too, and invite people
Yeah.
to weigh in with their thoughts. Speaking of which, any final thoughts before we wrap this episode?
Any final thoughts? Yeah, it's really hot here. It looks like, see, it feels like Florida. It's crazy. I have a fan on me and it's still hot. And I
Yeah.
don't have airco. I go crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, yeah,
It's
here the
ridiculous.
airco is on more than it's off during this time of year.
Yeah. Well, right now it's around 30 degrees right now in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
Celsius. So that's pretty hot.
Yep.
And yeah, it's hard to be outdoors now.
Yeah,
But I
we're
have to be
probably not too
outdoors.
far off of that. If I go outside, it's probably
Yeah.
34, 35.
Right. Okay. And yeah, your weekend, of course. I would like to know more about your weekend, how it was, and
Yeah.
what you did, what you
Oh my
see, and
gosh. Yes. Let's
entertainments and everything.
all right, if
Wrap it
you
up.
people want to know what we did over the weekend, you're going to have to listen to the next episode.
Let's
And
do it.
an easy way to remember to tune into that next episode is to click like and subscribe, and be sure to tell all your
Exactly.
friends, because you guys can do listening parties while you listen to
Yeah. listen to our stupid BS we're talking
Couple
about.
old friends
Just yapping away.
yapping away. And
Exactly.
hopefully we drop a nugget or two of wisdom or entertainment. But we don't guarantee that's going to
Right.
be the case, so don't hold us to it.
No, we
We'll
can, of
s-
course, but we don't. Not at the moment. That's for sure. No, first the lighthearted stuff,
That's right.
and maybe we can put another serious episode in there if the chance occurs. But
Eventually.
for now, all fun and chisels.
That's right.
Okay, good.
All right.
Uh,
Later.
Thanks for watching. Bye.